Brands leaning into nostalgia to connect with consumers? Not new, but it has become more pronounced in recent years, with our infinite digital world and seemingly infinite archive making it much easier to open windows into past eras. Contemporary audiences feel closer to times gone by, connecting with them secondhand, probably romanticizing them. I was pushed to think about this, courtesy of a charmingly crafted campaign film this week. No, the fact that it connected to some of my own childhood memories had nothing to do with it. That very real creative is also accompanied by another one that makes us question reality in our increasingly AI fueled digital world. That fuel is also the reason I write about a new term that you might well see popping up in the comment sections much more, one that damns AI generated writing and the shortcuts it symbolizes. It's a collision of craft, memories, unreality, and effort because this is the color bar. Attaching the cord. From the 90s with love. First, watch this recent campaign film from India that I've embedded. A quick reaction could be Wes Anderson inspired, and it might well be. But this is no social trend bandwagon rider. This is no cute piece fueled by real templates and viral music. This feels entirely owned and experienced. Nostalgia is powerful. We have seen many brands leaning into rose tinted goodness in recent years. Done well, this taps into our fondest memories, creates emotional warmth, invites trust. Older demos can feel seen, younger audiences seem happy to tap into inherited memories. Throw in the instability most of us often feel in an uncertain world, and the remembered, real or secondhand, can become a source of reassurance. But nostalgia must find its tribe, and this one knows its homies well. Indian slow fashion crafters Cord Studio embraces all this with Album 91, their 2026 spring summer collection. Now, this is very much in line with what the young brand says they set out to do back in 2015, approach, quote, vintage design with fresh energy, with contemporary clothes rooted in nostalgia. Yet, Album 91 does not feel like some convenient comfort provided by the familiar or the once lived. There is enough in here, in style and substance, to gently jolt you out of any soft stupor that nostalgia could induce. And here's where the individual eye comes in. The unique take of an art director, embracing the feel of a studio set, heightening it to connect it to another very Indian past of photo studios. The palette is bright but not going full desi maximalism. The distinct choices made by the directors, minimal movement, droll expressions, static frames, block shots that enhance the posing in a photo studio feel, the primacy of sound. The use of audio is delectable, a main character really. Announcements, train tracks, clinking cutlery, vendors, a stray radio. With one of the train announcements, I almost thought I could smell that train smell, that not always pleasant smell mixed with so much else, specifically when the train has stopped at a station. This is all led or backed up or framed by the styling. The clothes are the product, of course, and we can't really forget that because the clothes are not cookie cutter, not just mildly pushing some boundaries. They heighten that sense of being somehow both vaguely familiar and purposefully distinct. There are many little videos. That main film, if I can even call it that, social assets tend to now dismantle or blur such hierarchies. That main film is accompanied by shorter pieces, relying entirely on ambient sound, station, carriage, train, announcer, even strains of Doordarshan opening music. I suppose these must be classified as teasers, but really, they all feel like different corners of the same painting. While the nostalgia is very Indian, the aesthetic and creative execution are striking in a much broader way, bold enough to stand on their own and resonate beyond borders, if social media takes from around the world are anything to go by. The clothes themselves? I leave it to you to see if they feel warmly familiar, dated, reinvented, or distinct, hanging outside of time. This is from their note on the collection. There was a time when summer meant one thing: a family holiday. It was the excitement of waking up before sunrise for a train journey, sharing the window, watching the landscape change slowly outside, fields, rivers, small towns rushing past. There were no screens, no rush, no constant stimulation. Spring Summer 26 is an ode to those core memories, the simple, sweet joy of being somewhere new with the people you love most. For nostalgia to be done well and not be seen as shallow, it must borrow from the past while reinterpreting the present. Have a look. Does it feel like chord does that for you? Curated cut, the last real man. Struggling with authenticity in a world of performance and AI? No worries, take a moment and you will feel just at home. Struggle away, I say. This video is from an online luxury reseller called The Real Real. It's pretty entertaining in its tongue in cheek, real human narrative, till the point when, yes, you guessed right, some AI VFX kick in. Wait, that's not real, you say? Have a look for the last real man. AI DR. Let's talk about a term you may or may not have come across, representing an idea you might have toyed with, and a behavior you can be pretty sure is going to become more common. Say hello to AI DR. Artificial Intelligence Didn't Read. This is, of course, a riff off the very useful internet acronym TLDR, Too Long Didn't Read, which often precedes a short summary of something that is, well, too long. But be sure, AIDR does not refer to an AI recap. Instead, people are using it to quickly and disdainfully dismiss something they couldn't be bothered reading because it was AI generated. Four letters that stand for a thought that slowly but surely seems to be spreading. If someone didn't think it was worth their time to write this, it's not worth my time to read it. Or why should I bother reading something someone else didn't bother writing? Or if they didn't respect me enough to actually write it, why should I be expected to actually read it? Let's face it, most of us are now inundated with AI powered communication: emails, articles, social posts, carousels, threads, comments, forums, even WhatsApp messages. This communication, writing for the most part, is a window. We communicate to share and receive thoughts, opinions, requests, feedback, feelings. Someone endeavors to transfer a thought or piece of information from their mind to ours, from their awareness, their perspective to ours. If we can broadly agree on this, consider the central element here: one individual's effort at communicating, another's effort in receiving. Once this very act or process is outsourced, the pact is broken. Or at least the pact is chipped like an old coffee mug. Now, do we drink the coffee anyway or fix the beloved mug? Quick shout out. Last week I featured the Gorillaz short film which accompanied their new album, The Mountain. While I love the short, how it became a gateway to the album was equally resonant. I wrote about the animation as well as the album over in my other Substack, Coffee and Conversations. If you like new music, go check it out or watch my little videos that I've linked to. And so we get to quick hits. HarperCollins and Toonstar have announced a multi-year partnership to adapt a slate of book titles into original YouTube series. They'll co-produce animation series with 2 to 10 minute long episodes. And yes, authors will be consulted and receive royalties. Eurovision Song Contest Asia 2026. That's a mouthful, but this Asian extension to the Eurovision IP was announced last week. Broadcasters from 10 countries are on board, with more expected in the coming months. Disney announced the launch of ESPN on Disney Plus in Europe and select APAC markets. This is great. My positive predisposition to ESPN is built on years working with the brand. But as always with sports, we must wait to gauge the regional relevance of the content mix. Wikipedia has banned the use of LLMs. Now, this comes after a period of intense debate between its editors. While it is neither definitive nor irrevocable, it, quote, does show the Wikipedia community is less optimistic about the benefit of AI generated content and is taking a stand against it, end quote. Young 40s. This is amusing and random, as trends often seem to be in this decade. In South Korea, Gen Z has apparently decided to mock millennials for their style. The term has been around as a marketing description there for youthful, older consumers, but now it is used to deride those in their 40s for, quote, shoehorning their way into styles associated with Gen Z and younger millennials, end quote. Ah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'll end with a quote from David Alban of the Gorillas. It's too soon to say whether we can fall in love with AI. It's like Mao. When he was asked about the French Revolution, he said, it's too soon to tell. That's it for this week. If you enjoy reading the color bar, maybe get me a coffee and help fuel the next one. There's a little link in here. Or support by sharing pieces you like, forwarding to others who might enjoy it. If you've got thoughts or recommendations or ideas to team up, let's talk. I work with individuals and teams on content and creativity.